Welcome back to Downstairs Den&D, where we play D&D in the den downstairs, not a basement. We are coming back from our break, where our group is continuing to explore Trollskull Manor, an abandoned four-story mansion in the north central part of the North Ward of Waterdeep that was given to them by the famous author Volo Godarn in reparations for a mission they carried out for him, rescuing and locating his missing friend and wingman, Floon Blagmar. And accompanying the party appears to be someone who claims to be Renair Neverember's clerk, Renair Neverember being a member of Waterdeep's royalty and the estranged son of the former Lord of Waterdeep, Dagalt Neverember, who the group encountered last night as well. They rescued him from a Zentarum warehouse while they were searching for Flume. We join our group as they are huddled in the second-story common room, discussing Baracus's discovery in the cellar.
So what exactly did you tell us?
Everything you heard except for the fact that of the demon cult stuff.
There was a secret hiding area or a secret meeting room underneath, right?
Correct.
What was that? Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to check it out for myself when we get done.
Yeah, but it also leads out to the sewer and all that. In case we need to go back in there, I assume we will eventually.
I guess that's good to have. But in the meantime, are we heading up to the third floor? Because Ink Fingers is already up there.
Mm-hmm.
As you all are chit-chatting, you actually hear a shriek and scream from upstairs.
I hustle upstairs.
Is that two different noises, or?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to go upstairs quickly, with the quickness.
As you enter the second story, you enter into a seemingly grand landing. The spiral staircase in the hall ascends into an upper hall. Unlit oil lamps and peeling wallpaper decorate the walls. A second spiral staircase to the north continues onward to a locked attic hatch. Directly ahead to the east, a doorway leads into a library. Another two narrow doors lead to small privies. Two finer locked doors to the northwest and southwest lead to bedrooms. Finally, a southeast door leads to a larger private bath. It is, as you try to find the source of the scream, it appears to be coming from this doorway.
I go that way.
All right. As you, who's following?
I am.
We all are.
There.
Okay. As you look into this room, the sight that you see is a disgusting one, to be honest. The third floor. Where are you?
I have a DM question, Billy.
Yeah.
Is Ink Fingers a given name?
You would have to ask her.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by given? Yeah, you have to ask her. So you, the sight that you see, first off, it's you. This is the worst smelling room you have been in yet. Taking a look, you can see here that you have found the source of the water damage. The ceiling appears to be missing from a good chunk of this room. There is a hearth that is just full of ash and debris on the far side of the room. there is a standing cabinet that appears to be in good repair. And along the western wall, there is a large ornate bathtub that just is full of stagnant green and brown water that just reeks of mold and mildew. As you stand in this doorway and peer inside, you take a moment. Give me a perception check.
I'd find my thing. Da-da-da. Big 9 right there.
A big 9. Oh, crack die. Okay. You notice two things. One, from the cabinet on the far side of the wall, you hear whimpering and realize that you have found Ink Fingers, and she appears to have shut herself in this cabinet. After that, you realize what she is hiding from. From inside of the rank water within the bathtub begins to rise brownish, leathery skin, two bulging eyes, and a wide mouth as a giant toad surfaces and lunges out at you. I need everyone to please roll for initiative. Hold on, let me clear last time. Clear. Okay. Everybody roll for initiative.
You know, just a toad on the third story. Just mansion things.
Maybe it came in from above.
You got me there.
All right, let me roll some initiatives for things here.
Things?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Toad and Ink Fingers.
I heard the toad has 8 fingers.
All right, and let me descend the order. Tennyson, you're up first.
Where's the giant toad?
The giant toad. Oh, let me pull. Hold on. Let me grab a token for it. That would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Meh.
Where to find tokens in this nonsense? Hold on, I'm failing. Here we go. Creatures and monsters. Anything like a frog or a toad.
just remembered I got a new combat action, so you're actually helping me out so I can learn it real quick.
We're just going to use a rat token. It's fine.
Ah, it's scary.
But you are up.
Yeah. I'm gonna duck out of the room, draw my crossbow, try to. I'm gonna use the bonus action to hide.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for that.
15.
Okay.
And then in kind of a half crouch, I'm gonna pop my head back around the corner and take a shot at the giant toad.
Okay. Do it.
Do I have sneak attack?
Yes, you are hidden.
So that would be with advantage as well, then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
12 to hit.
Is there a YouTube video in the middle of your sneak attack?
There is.
Is it the... What is it?
It's just a pronunciation of the word yeet.
Oh, God. You
This is a 12 to hit. Yep.
hit.
It has 9 piercing damage. So I went 5, 10, shot it, 15,
All right.
20, 25. I'm backing out.
Arrakis.
What the fuck? Big toad.
Oh, I guess I'll move into the doorway and cast
And cast.
firebolt.
Okay. At the toad?
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think I put it on my thing, so I'll just roll a live die. Oh, that's a 9 to hit.
That is going to miss.
It's a big toad there, Billy.
You fire, and the bolt ricochets off the edge of the tub.
I guess I'll... I don't know if I should move out of the doorway. Guess I might as well.
Okay. And then it is the giant toad's turn. It is going to pop out of the tub, move out into the hallway, and is going to bite out at Baracus for a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. First off, that's going to do 5 piercing damage, 9 poison damage, and as it lashes out and catches you in its mouth, as it pulls away, it has wrapped its tongue around you, and you are grappled.
How much poison damage? I'm sorry.
9.
Oh, so I am
So
unconscious.
14. So you are unconscious and grappled.
Mistakes were
Alatar.
made.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit. No, I got absorb elements, and poison is not one of them. I can absorb acid, cold, fire, lightning, or. But whatever.
I want to. I mean, I don't think poison's an element. I can absolutely understand why that's not.
I don't think acid's an element.
Acid's a naturally occurring thing.
So is poison.
I mean,
I would argue that poison's more naturally occurring than acid.
Demanda's downstairs.
that's fair. What is Elisar doing?
So I'm just going to reach out and touch and what's your name?
We're in a global
Baracus.
pandemic. You should not be reaching out and touching anyone, Chris.
Well, if I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, I have to. So
Okay.
Also,
On
if he
Baracus.
leaves with me. He lives with me.
do this.
I'm gonna come to in the
So you get 6 hit points back.
mouth of the toad.
6 hit points back. Okay. It is Inkfinger's turn.
And wait, I want to back
Oh.
up here.
Okay.
Take me with you.
You all hear movement from within the bath. None of you can see what's in there, but something's happening. See into this.
Demon tadpoles.
Do I have a shot at it to shoot a dart from like right there?
No.
Or- No. Okay. I like to run up.
Right up
and-
behind Baracus, yeah.
I'm gonna get behind
You'd have
Brackus.
to throw a dart from there.
Instead, can I punch its tongue to try and get it to let go of Brackus?
Are you saying that you're gonna tongue punch it?
So
Yep.
here's how that would work. You can, if you want to help Baracus escape, you could use your help. You could take your action to take the help action to give him advantage on what he does next turn. So if he wanted to try to escape, he would have advantage on that roll.
Hmm.
So
Can I
that
use
is
that
how
as
you
an
could
extra
use
action?
your action to
Okay.
mechanically. That's how you would do that. You
Yeah.
would take the help action to give him advantage on what he does on his next turn, or you can attack the toad.
Okay. I think the best thing for me to do is probably attack it. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
Since I said its tongue is wrapped around it, I'll go ahead and let you make a melee attack from there.
Cool. 13 plus 16?
Oh yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What's damage as you punch this toad's tongue?
1.
plus your dex.
Oh, yeah. That's right. 4.
4 points of damage. It seems rather nonplussed.
Okay, I've got a bonus
Edison.
action. Oh,
Oh, what are you doing?
I've got a bonus action to where I can hit it again if I use unarmed.
You do it.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Yep.
And then 4 plus 2, 7.
7 points of damage. It does not look very happy about what is going on. Tennyson.
It's pretty crowded. Is there any way I can get on like these stairs here?
That's kind of, so that space, like this space, is open air because that's the staircase coming up. So like from your guys' perspective, this would be like railing
Yeah.
with air behind it. You see what I'm saying?
So from
um,
here, do I have a crossbow shot on this?
It's going to have hella cover because you're shooting through LSR, and I mean it's going to have 3/4 cover. You did see, because you're the only one that is seen inside of the bathroom.
Yeah.
You saw this door.
Fuck it. Yeah, I could try and wrap around. So 5, 10.
Let me
Is this a-
show you what. See another hallway, leading north and south. I'm assuming you head to
20,
the south door.
25. $30. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Yep.
So 35, 40, 45, 50. I shoot it.
All right. Give me an attack roll. You do have sneak attack, as it does have an ally within 5 feet of it.
But I'm not hidden, so I do not have advantage.
Correct.
I assume that the toad didn't shut the door behind it.
Correct.
18 to hit.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a hit.
16
lot of
points of
damage.
piercing.
16 points of piercing damage. Okay. At this point, That's what happens. LSR or Tennyson, anything else?
I'm gonna duck back out of that room. So,
Alright.
40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
were
stay
at
there.
50. Hold on.
Oh, I was
You
at
were
50.
50
So 55,
here.
60. Yep.
Okay. Baracus.
Is the toad dead?
No.
Oh.
Toad's a
You are
How-
big boy.
still wrapped up in its tongue and grappled.
How am I wrapped up? Like, can I use my hands?
Yes.
Okay, I want to cast Firebolt at it.
Okay. Give me, I believe that's an attack roll. But as you are grappled, is that disadvantage?
I think he's at disadvantage because he's in melee range with a ranged spell.
Oh yeah, you're at disadvantage anyway.
I did not know that's how that worked.
Yeah, same thing as if you're shooting a bow in melee. You get disadvantage because that's not what it's designed for.
I assumed that that's what. Like when I look up my crossbow, it says 80 feet / 320 feet, right? Or is that different?
So
That's
you
it.
have disadvantage in the second increment. You cannot target outside of the furthest one.
Right, but my
But if you are in melee range with a crossbow, or any kind of ranged weapon or ranged magic, it's not designed to be used in melee range, so you have disadvantage on it.
oh, I have Shocking Grasp. What am I doing? I will
I
cast
don't know.
Shocking. I will cast Shocking Grasp instead.
All right. What is that a save for me?
It is a melee spell attack.
Oh, perfect. There you go. So you'll have just a regular roll.
That is 13 to hit,
13 to hit is going to hit.
and 1d8, and that is 8.
And that is an ice spell?
Shocking Grasp. So lightning. Yeah, lightning.
Okay.
Also, is it wearing metal armor?
It has 3 hit points left, so as you reach out and touch it, its still slick, wet body from just emerging from the tub a few moments ago, the electricity courses over it as its body falls limp on the ground and its tongue uncurls from around you.
I
At that,
stand up and kick it.
its limp body just kind of jiggles with the shock of the blow. Inkfingers emerges out from the cupboard and just sees the dead toad in the just sees the toad still in that doorway and comes running through here and bumps into you, Tennyson. You say anything to her?
Are we still in initiative?
No, we're out of initiative.
Isn't there something else in the tub? You said something else was moving.
We don't know.
Inkfingers was moving around in there.
In the tub?
In the room.
Oh.
You could see into the room when I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she bumps into me. Are you okay? Did it hurt you at all?
No, it tried to lash out at me with its tongue, but I hid myself in the cupboard. She's kind of removing cobwebs and debris that she picked up while she was in the cabinet, undoubtedly.
Ah. Well,
She takes a peek back inside, looks up inside the bathroom, takes a look up at the roof, just kind of gives a... and starts taking notes down while glancing up and down at the roof. Your view from inside of this bedroom, FYI, although quite bare, this former master bedroom is in good condition. Windows are intact, and the 4-poster canopy bed is fairly clean, aside from a scattering of vermin droppings and some cobwebs. The hearth here is well intact, and a large dusty mirror hangs on the north wall. The door on the east leads into a private bath, with, of course, a claw-footed bathtub. The southern window provides an excellent view into the greenhouse, where you notice a short elf tending to plants across the alleyway.
Does she seem to have taken notice? He, I assumed she.
Yep.
Seemed to have taken notice of the commotion next door.
No, doesn't seem to.
I want
Is
to.
anyone else? Go ahead.
I want to investigate the tub.
Please tell me how you are investigating the bathtub full of old stanky water.
I want to see like it. Like I don't want to reach into it, but I want to see like if it's clogged.
You cannot see through the surface of this water.
Wait,
It's not clear.
Wait, is this building plumbed? Like,
It appears so.
oh, okay. So there is like, I want to see if okay. I'll reach in and see if it's plugged.
Reaching in, as soon as your hand enters, it's not just water. Like this is full of leaves and debris and refuse. You're not moving your hand through a liquid. You're moving your hand through sludge. Be it decayed leaves, debris from the roof, droppings and whatever remnants of the toad's last meal. You do eventually find the plug, and you'd have to stand here and continuously keep the drain clear of the debris. It would be easier to grab a bucket and just throw it out the window or throw it out the hole in the roof to get this thing emptied, because you're going to have none of the debris is going to go down the drain.
Okay, I will do that then. I will spend my time currently doing that, cleaning out the tub.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything specific, or are we just exploring this floor?
Exploring this floor.
Explore the floor, yeah.
Everyone go ahead and move their token toward the next door they are going to explore through.
Fine.
Let it up.
First, let me get rid of that for you. Everybody good? Eddie, you're working on the bathtub. Okay.
Also, if I'm cleaning this out, I call this room.
Ah, damn it.
Dibs.
Damn it, I was going to do that.
Tennyson.
Yeah.
You enter this northern bedroom.
Yeah.
This old, musty bedroom features a small reading nook in the sunlit turret through a small doorway. A sturdy ladder propped against the window can be folded open and used to access a locked hatch on the ceiling, leading to the peak of the turret, seemingly. One of the small windows is broken and provides a well-needed breath of cool, fresh air that is rather frigid, being winter. However, any fresh air inside of this building is a relief, regardless of how cold. The shredded mattress on the bed and numerous droppings here suggests a family of rodents may live in this room. Another hearth resides on the south wall. A door on the east leads to a private bath. The bathtub faucet is dripping, and the area underneath the tub is sagging, wet, and musty. It seems as if the heavy tub could cause the floor to collapse any second.
Is there a giant toad in the heavy tub?
There is not.
There's a gigantic toad.
Fuck!
Elisar, you open your door to find a privy.
Great.
Dibs.
See into this. Two large stained glass windows shine light into the numerous shelves in this apparent library. Desks line the south side of the room, and old quills and shreds of parchment are scattered about. Sadly, only a few old dusty books remain on the shelves. And that is the third floor of your estate. Ink Fingers moves about from room to room, continuing to make notes and investigate piles of refuse and ruin wherever she finds it.
I think I might go down to Demea and tell her that if there was a tub there, maybe it might be better if the kids weren't here in case something attacked. Because there's something dangerous here.
You go downstairs, and Demay and the kids are actually gone.
Oh,
They kidnapped her.
okay.
They are pirates, so
I guess that takes care of that. So I mean, I look outside and I assume I don't see them.
Oh, no, did
Right
she-
there or something.
is she still under the?
You're
Okay.
muted, Billy.
The tap room, you did not see them.
Okay.
Did she take them to the sewer like she did with the one guy that we don't know that happened?
Yeah, we don't know.
What are the rest of you doing? Anybody going upstairs?
Yeah, if I don't see them, I'm gonna probably go upstairs. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna
Upstairs.
check out my turret access.
I'm gonna look at
I'm
those
assuming
books.
someone's going up the central stairs.
Yeah.
All right. So turret first. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Did I forget to?
All of the like gray things are all hearths, like the I or H shapes.
Yes.
Okay.
So comparing the levels, it's all like the. So looking down the first floor, this is the same chimney as all of these northern
Right, because that's very efficient.
hearths. So they're all stacked on top of each other. For whatever reason, the hearth that is there, yeah, that's what it is. So these are all hearths leading into the separate rooms to keep the different rooms warm. All right, so we're gonna do the main rooms first. This spiral staircase leads into a narrow, unlit hallway with two closed doors leading north and south. The floors are creaky and coated in dust. I'm assuming the three of you are all going up there, or at least two of you are, and each taking a door. Whoever goes north is going to find opening the door provokes a sudden flutter of movements and angry caws as a family of ravens is disturbed in this upstairs attic bedroom. The three ravens quickly fly away through a hole in the roof in this space. Black feathers flutter through and the now still air. The bed here has been converted into a large raven's nest, replete with all sorts of junk and trinkets like tree branches, bones, pieces of wire, and wool. The southern space is apparently an attic storage room that's cluttered with dusty decor. The thick dust here is stirred into the air and catches the light as the doors open. A stack of paintings sit precariously in the northwest corner. They mostly appear to be in fairly good condition and depict a wide variety of subject matter, from pastoral landscapes to aristocratic portraits of nobles. A few old mounted animal heads, such as elk and bears, lay protected under a white sheet. Old oil lamps and lanterns are scattered among the objects. Old musty bedrolls are propped against the eastern wall. A stained sheet covers something special in the southwest corner. The icon of the manor, a dusty Trollskull. And ba, 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 ba. Tennyson, climbing through the hatch, reveals the small, dimly lit turret peak. A dusty oil lantern dangles from the conical roof. A small window provides the highest westward view from the manor, overlooking the alley. A dozen finely made silk pillows are tossed haphazardly in the corner. As well as from this space, there is, looking out of the southern window, or kind of in front of the southern window, is an old easel with an old and tattered blank canvas sitting on it.
Neat. Kind of like take my pack off and set it in the corner up here.
Okay. Taking a look around, if you were to kind of dig around in the pillows and whatnot, you would find a handful of rough sketches, mostly nudes. And that is Trollskull Manor.
Okay.
This is your all's space. Inkfingers eventually makes her way throughout all of the rooms and whatnot in the upper area. Comes downstairs, or makes her way back down to the tap room, sets herself up a small table and chair, and just begins spreading out numerous parchments and scrolls, and just kind of seems to start doing some calculations and consolidating, and starts doing something. And yeah, this is your guys's home now, maybe, whatnot. What would you like to do?
So I would ask, like, ink fingers, like, do you have any idea how much it would cost to get this place fixed up?
Well, that's what I'm working on calculating. So far, if ballpark, probably around 1,000 gold, just to get the place back up to living standards where you could actually use it for anything. Of course, the bones of the place appear to be very good. If you were, in addition to just fixing it up, if you were wanting to improve or renovate it in any way, it would be very simple and easy to do so for a bit more gold, of course. And as always, as discussed, Mr. Neverember is interested in as an investor into a business of some sort. He would be more than happy to assist with the renovations, but only if there is eventually going to be a profit for him to make a return on his investment. Have you all considered any options or discussed any plans for the building?
I think we'd mentioned bringing the tavern back and getting that up and running.
At this point, I'm assuming all of you are down in the tap room, doing something, whether you're standing at the table with them or not. So I'm assuming everyone's in earshot of this conversation if anyone wants to chime in at any point.
Yeah.
Did I finish cleaning out the bathtub?
Yeah. It takes you a little bit. While they're exploring all the other spaces, you're able to get it enough debris out of it that the water starts draining.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
There's no clean place to do that.
You made a horrible mistake.
Is there no running water?
You need some medieval wet wipes, my friend.
You walk into the tap room after going to all the upstairs privies, finding nothing clean. You walk up just with your hands out in front of you.
I just come over with a water skin and be like, "Come here."
Ask if there's any running water, and Inkfinger says, well, no, actually, by my calculations, it's going to cost about 100 gold just to fix the plumbing in the place.
Oh.
I'm gonna laugh real hard if that bathtub just drained onto the second floor.
So after a few minutes, she begins telling you she has a cost breakdown. It's pretty much right at 1,000 gold to fix the place again. Game wise, basically, this building's for whatever you guys want to use it for. You basically have two mechanically. There's going to be a system of if you either use it as a stronghold, which is basically like your player base where you live, or use as your base or whatnot, versus using something as a business. You can renovate the place into as many separate units, connect those units as long as they are able to be separated by a door or something like that. And then use, if you blocked off every floor with the doorway, each floor could act as its own unit for something. So I will send you guys this map that you see here, so that you guys have what you need. Billy's music bot just disconnected from Discord.
It said no.
Or at least my Discord says he disconnected.
Yeah, it's not there anymore on mine.
It still says it's there. God. Oh, it's reconnecting. Okay, so, yeah. So this is your space. After a while, she can give you a cost breakdown of what it is. And she lets you know. Well, of course, when you all decide exactly, of course, if you're reopening a tavern, I can introduce you to the local guilds and help you set up those contracts and contacts as necessary. So you end at this as a member of a family of a tradesman. You know that the guilds of the city control everything. If you don't go through the proper channels to run a business through the proper guilds, you are going to have a very bad time. Okay? They are almost run kind of mafia-like, some of them, to the point like if you don't register, say if you were to open a bakery and you don't register with the Bakers Guild, they're going to find out who you're getting your flour from and have them stop selling you flour. Like, it is very important.
They're gonna beat you with baguettes.
That you register properly.
Come out and take your kneecaps out with croissants.
But Inkfinger says she can handle all of those arrangements once you all are sure what you plan on reopening it as. And as well, once you are sure on what you are going to reopen it as, or multiple businesses, or what you all decide you want to do, she can assist with the calculations for the costs and all that. Mechanically speaking, once you guys confirm with me and tell me what you're going to do, I will give you the mechanical rule sets of how it's all going to work. So basically, if you, whatever portion or portions you open as businesses, there will be upgrades for specific types of rooms for that kind of business that would then provide a benefit to how much money that business makes. Versus if you have a stronghold, there will be options to upgrade different spaces or rooms to provide your like mechanical benefits. So say like in a stronghold, resting there is going like for instance, resting in this as a stronghold for 3 nights in a row will give you 5 temporary hit points. Maybe if you upgrade the furnishings of the place, it will be 10 temporary hit points. Things like that. If you convert one of the rooms to a shrine, all divine spellcasters can prepare an extra spell for the day if they long rested in that stronghold. Things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there'll be multiple options, enough that it's going to be, hopefully it will present interesting choices for you guys as players, since there are few, but there is a limited number of rooms. Now, granted, if you all eventually get to a point where you have a ton of money, Inkfingers tells you that there's potentially space if you wanted to build a 3rd room up onto the 4th floor attic space, out onto the roof of another room, as well as there's probably surely eventually, depending on how much you guys spend here, there are probably a couple other properties in Trollskull Alley that might be for sale.
I think first we should focus on repairing the roof and plumbing.
Yep. It'll be so something else that she lets you know. She asks you all how much gold you all have to contribute toward repairs.
I mean, if 100 is what you need to repair the plumbing, I can cover that.
Yeah, it'll be about 100 for the plumbing. And if you want to focus on the roof next, to make it a little more habitable for you all, that hole in the roof, along with a couple other some patchwork that needs to be done, the roof's probably going to cost about 200 gold.
So the money we have on us isn't going to cover everything. We need to find another source of income.
Not at all.
Yeah, so there's the hole in the roof. There's multiple brick repair that needs to be done. The water damage is the most expensive thing. replacing the broken windows and replacing what's boarded up, replacing the furniture, the basic furniture, just so you guys can stay here. The whole entire kitchen hearth needs to be replaced on that outside chimney. To replace all the wall sconces and lighting, to fix the plumbing, and to replace the sign out front. All is going to come out to right around 1,000 gold.
That's great.
Now, that being said, of course, Mr. Neverember is willing to come on as a investor. I'm going to run the numbers by him. And again, I'll be back with him tomorrow around midday with some more details for you. And we'll figure out what he can offer to invest and whatnot. So if you all could just, come to that meeting tomorrow a little more prepared than you were today. Now, I know you weren't expecting me, but we'll be able to hash out the details tomorrow. In the meantime, there are some other things that, you all can get going on. So it is a little slow here during the winter, but Trollskull Alley is known. There are a few highly praised artisans in the area. I'm sure if you were to make friends with the local blacksmith and carpenters, you might be able to negotiate some discounts on prices of work. As a matter of fact, my favorite bookstore in the Northward happens to be right here in Trollskull Alley, just down a few houses down. As well as if you all were to reopen as, say a tavern, making contact with a local brewer would be helpful. Or in terms of once we get to the point that we need to start paying guild fees and negotiating contracts of the sort. And then, of course, if you all are looking for gold, there are numerous organizations that are always looking to hire, I almost hate to use the term, but mercenaries?
You're pretty knowledgeable of the city, right?
Yes. The ink figures have been here for many generations.
Where would the foreign embassies be located?
Oh, well, those would be just outside Palace Waterdeep and the Castle Ward.
Right.
Can't hear you anymore, Billy.
Can't hear you, Billy.
There you
it is. Now
Here I
am. Yep, there you
are. You probably won't find much work at any of the embassies, but if you're heading to the Castle Ward, now Mr. Neverember didn't tell me much about you all, but so forgive me if I'm wrong, but are you all a mercenary company, a group of adventurers? What are you?
Yeah.
To be determined.
We're a group of people who can handle themselves in a situation or two, but we really just met yesterday.
Fair. Well, one of the reasons I ask is because, again, I am here to help you all on behalf of Mr. Neverember, so I would be more than happy to make introductions to various organizations if need be, or just to spread the word around that you all are looking for work. It's not uncommon for organizations to reach out to individuals or groups. Just as a matter of fact, if you all plan on operating as a for-hire adventuring group, it would be even more beneficial for you to have a place for people to come find you, like a tavern that you own or whatnot.
Is there an adventuring guild? Is that a thing?
So, Baracus, Baracus knows the answer to that. There is an organization in Waterdeep known as Force Grey. It is a special faction under the leadership of Vajra Safar, the current Blackstaff of Waterdeep. It is individuals that have proven their ability and loyalty to the city that act as her personal agents outside of the City Watch and City Guard. Sometimes they do have to act outside of the law, but you know that you all have no hope of becoming members of Force Grey. However, you are specifically aware of an organization known as the Gray Hands, which is basically the entry level Force Gray membership. You know that the Black Staff gives basically out freelance work to different groups of mercenaries, individuals or teams that let her know that they're interested in such work. They are kind of a loose affiliation. They're not technically a part of an organization. They're just known as Gray Hands because they are kind of that lesser Force Gray. So if there was anything like a registration or anything like that, it would be putting your group's willingness to act as Gray Hands forward to Blackstaff Tower.
But that's not required?
No. It is not. Now, that's not to say it would not come with perks. If you were to be having the goodwill of someone in the city as influential as the Blackstaff would never hurt. But it is not required, like registration in that way. There are only 2 required the only 2 individual required organizations Ink Fingers explains would be your individual registrations, which you all told her you had already taken care of, any guild memberships, and she asks if any of you are arcane spellcasters.
Am I? I'm not sure what the specification is there.
You would not qualify per the definition. You know why she's asking already, Baracus. And this is an organization that you have avoided registering for.
Gotcha.
Within Waterdeep, working alongside the City Watch, is an organization known as the Order... Hold on, where's my...
Of the Phoenix.
The Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors. Basically, this is a program that arcane spellcasters residing in the city are required to register for, to where in any time of magical disturbance, they are required to come to the defense of the city.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't qualify for that, would I?
No,
It's
you would
not really
be
my-
considered a divine spellcaster. So
Okay.
basically what they look for are people who are trained in the arcane arts, mainly wizards and bards, people who attend schools and whatnot. That's typically how people get registered, is by attending a school in Waterdeep for arcane arts. Druids, as divine spellcasters, aren't required to join. Ink Fingers would tell you that you are, you can. You would already also be aware of this organization,
Right.
Alisar. And I'm going to leave it up to you whether you are already registered. It is not required for you to be registered as a divine spellcaster.
I would probably.
You could offer your services in times of need.
I probably would have avoided registering.
Okay. Baracus, I'm sure you have avoided registering.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. None of the rest of you would qualify. But she does let you know. Of course, there are many factions in Waterdeep are always hiring or looking for work. Again, if you'd like, I can spread the word that you all are looking for employment. I'm sure, the Harpers, the Lord's Alliance, even the Doom Raiders in Tarim would be interested if you're willing to work for some maybe less scrupulous folks.
I prefer to be very scrupulous.
I would also prefer to be scrupulous.
So she asks you all if you all just do you want her to put the word out that you guys are looking for work? In general, do you want her to kind of give you introductions to anyone or any faction in particular?
We probably need to have a group discussion about what we are, because we haven't had. I don't think we had a chance to do that before we can actually commit to saying put us in for something.
Figure out a
So
sweet.
Infinger sees the kind of slight confusion and uncomfortableness across your faces as she kind of just spills all of this on you. And she kind of takes a figurative step back and says, but that is what tomorrow's meeting is supposed to be for. Again, I wasn't expecting you all to see here, but fine things to think about. Before I head off and leave you all to whatever it is you're going to do you have any other questions I can answer for you?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and if we come up with anything, we'll be sure to ask you then.
Perfect. I look forward to our meeting tomorrow. As she walks out, and she leaves through the front door. So it is now the four of you here alone in the tap room.
So what do you guys think?
Well,
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I really can't afford to contribute anything to the funding of this place.
Well, ideally, if we do something that brings in money, we won't have to put any money into it.
Yeah, well, if we do that, but like for putting in money to renovations, I wouldn't be opposed to grouping up with you guys again, just to maybe take on some jobs here and there to get the money for restoring this place.
We could also stay here in the meantime.
Oh, I mean, not in the current state, but I mean, I have a place to myself. I'd like to stay at for.
Even
Brackus, you would know that the city does require, per the code legal, any residents to be up to certain specifications, and given its current condition, if you all were to be found living in the space as is, you would be fined.
Oh, I was going to say that the condition of this is better than where I'm living right now, but...
Both things can be true.
Where do you live, if I might ask? What ward are you from, I guess?
I don't remember what... Hold on, let me look back at my...
You are both from the same ward, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I'm like... my living conditions are not great. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it's like above a butcher shop or something like that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good smell.
Hey, it's cheap. Provided they know I'm there.
Oh.
So, just if we need to again... yeah, let's just go back here and look at this real quick. Map of Waterdeep. Just kind of recap, starting from the north. Up here we got the Field Ward, newly built, and though not an official ward of the city, the Watch doesn't patrol this area. This is the area that's also known as Undercliff, isn't it?
No, Undercliff is actually an area to the east of everything.
Oh, no, it is over here. Right. So, yeah, Undercliff's its own thing. But not an official part of the city. Neither is the Field Ward. Field Ward is home to folk of all walks of life who lacked coin enough to hire lodgings or own buildings in Old Waterdeep. It is slum in some places and a struggling middle-class area in others. This ward is a noisy, lively area that's home to poor elves, half-bloods of all sorts, and dwarves who are determined to get the respect they are sure they deserve. I do not have a handy description of Undercliff, unfortunately, but south of there is the Sea Ward. Waterdeep's wealthiest ward is notable for the many spired grand homes of the nobility, the gleaming edifices of the city's leading temples, and the imposing towers of the city's premier wizards. The North Ward, where you all currently are, and you own property, Waterdeep's quietest ward is also one of its wealthiest. North Ward is home to the most of the middle class and lesser noble families. This ward has few notable landmarks other than the Cliff Watch, and it all but shuts down at dusk. So that is kind of the area immediately around your tavern, the ward it's in and the two closest to it. With your tavern, of course, being here in Trollskull Alley.
Well, I have a few things I need to sort out before we meet with Neverember tomorrow. But so, what is our goal? Are we renovating this and trying to make money? Trying to?
I could certainly use the money. And it seems to be that I mean, the 100 gold would have been a little cleaner, but I guess this didn't work out too. And since we're already kind of we all co-own this property, trying to sort that out would probably be not, or trying to sell that, or what's the
4
word?
of you co-own the property.
4, 5.
You all signed the deed without seeing to this. You would need to go get another copy made if you wanted his name.
Ow.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, but trying to sort that out might be a little difficult.
I mean, I say we go get another Dan-D and get him signed on it.
Oh,
He's
no,
an-
yeah, that,
He's an honorary owner.
totally do that.
I
I'd
beat
like
up
to
a toad for you guys.
I'd like to know something about people I'm going to like business with. Tennyson, where are you from exactly?
I was raised in Cormier, country to the southwest, southeast. Southwest is the
Okay.
ocean.
I was probably a little like nervous about asking, but I heard that and I got a little relaxed. So
Where are you from?
oh yeah, so it's probably pretty obvious that I'm not like from here. I mean, I've lived here for 5 years, but I'm originally from, and I kind of like hesitate a little bit and then say Evermeet.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a island way far off in the seas where a lot of elves live and kind of return to in their later stages of their life. But I moved here.
We lost Billy.
We did.
Billy, we need you to arbitrate these.
I mean, Meech, we do have the 150 gold that we got, the trade bars.
Yeah. My
Does it-
goal with that money was to like get in with an organization that pays really well.
Oh,
Kinda
I
like
gotcha.
use that money to make money. But because it doesn't even really crack a dent in what we need to do. Well, it cracks a dent, but not a big enough dent in what we need to do to rebuild this place.
My family's a blacksmith. I'm sure I could talk with the other blacksmiths around town, see if they can't help us out.
Yeah. Hey Billy, do I need to like quit my other job? Like,
Say that again?
do I need to quit my job?
That's a silly question to ask me. Tell me what you're going to do.
What, like, no, just like if
Don't-
we're, because we're spending like time.
Hold on. I am sorry. That was a snarky way to say that. Let me rephrase that. I am never going to answer a question of should I do, will I do.
Well,
If
I was.
you want to ask me some objective or subjective questions, I would be more than happy to answer the real questions you have. But I'm not
Okay.
going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't do something.
Well, the issue is like if we're going to spend all of our time like working on this place and like doing adventuring stuff, I don't know what my arrangement is. Like if I can just like stop working at my other place without consequences. I imagine the answer is no.
Are you concerned about having enough PTO?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, that's a decision LSR needs to make, right?
Right.
Is he going to keep working his regular job or give up on that to start doing whatever with these guys? It's not a question I can answer for LSR.
That's fair. I just don't know, like, logically know. Like, it's always something we kind of just like, oh yeah, we work this, and then we spend like, we just kind of ignore that, and obviously because that would be boring, but just not work there. I don't know.
You're saying you want to restrict our adventuring to the week?
No.
I mean, it's winter as is. You are already probably on fairly reduced hours for the season.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I guess that could work for a while.
Monday Monkey lives for the weekend.
Oh my gosh. There's not weekends and Mondays. It's a 10-day.
There are no weekends.
Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, Billy, while you were gone, I told them I was from Cremere, and then Elisar told us he was from Evermeet.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Where there's always meat.
Ever meet, not mead.
No, I said meat.
Does
M-E-A-T.
anyone want to make any history checks or anything to find out what they know about those places?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, I totally want to know about whatever country Tennyson said he was from.
I rolled a 2. I don't know shit about anything but the city I live in.
With your backstory, that makes sense.
Yeah. No formal education.
Okay.
So are you rolling for Evermeet?
No, I don't need to roll for Evermeet.
You're rolling for Cormyr?
Yes.
Meech? What does he know with the 19?
It's a pretty it's a pretty famous country. It, like, comparison wise, it would be like talking about the United States from a foreign perspective. Like, they're the largest, most powerful military power, like, inland. They are just coming off of a very large war with Symbia and a group called the Shade Enclave, which resulted in, like, the destruction of several cities because cities fell on top of other cities.
Like physically?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's known as the Forest Kingdom. They have a long line, like a singular royal line that has been around for almost 1,500 years. Their army is known as the Purple Dragons, named after a ancient black dragon that was so old that it started to turn purple, that the one of the royalty slew in the forest at one point. But yeah, I'm not sure what else a 19 would cover.
I dig it. And Cormyr is like, if you were to go south from Waterdeep along the Sword Coast until you got to Baldur's Gate, at kind of the northern edges of the Western Heartlands, you would then travel a bit further south from there, and then head due west and head all the way across the region known as the Western Heartlands before you got to Cormyr, which is on the very northwestern edge of the Inner Sea region.
Yeah, I did the math map once, and it's like 1,500 kilometers as the bird flies, but like 2,200 if you like do the L.
Hollow
So
roads, yeah.
Pretty far away.
Yeah. And Shane, what were you rolling on? I can't hear you.
I was just rolling to roll.
Okay. So Chris, what does Ciendithus know with a 19 about Evermeet?
So you would know that it's kind of a far off place of elves. There's not really non-elves that ever go there, so it really makes sense that I'm an elf and from there. About 5 or 6 years ago, I can't remember this part. The Second Sundering took place. So Evermeet wasn't really like on the same kind of like plane as Waterdeep. Just kind of thought that like Evermeet was kind of lost forever and kind of reappeared several years ago, and people started getting contacts from, or, like ships would come in from Evermeet, and it would which had previously been something that was not happening.
Yeah, you would know, seeing at this, that meeting an elf from Evermeet is a very strange occurrence. Until 5 or 6 years ago, it was considered just a legend, and then all of a sudden, every once in a while, you would hear of a boat arriving at the docks claiming to be from Evermeet. This is probably the first elf you've had direct contact with that has ever claimed to be from the place. And then all of you, FYI, just looking at Elisar, he does have a bit of a otherworldly aura to him.
It's also the small things that like where I don't quite, you can tell that I'm not quite from here, like at all. Like I imagine it's the thing like in Inglourious Bastards where like they order 3 beers and they hold up like 3 instead of 3 like Germans do. Everyone's like can instantly tell like that's not someone who's from here, because like I just don't do small things like everyone else does.
I imagine also whenever Elisar gets the opportunity to use an expression or something that is uniquely Waterdavian, he does it with much enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Because this,
if I get to call someone out and I'm calling it like the Southern Ward, like I made that mistake, or the South Ward instead of the Southern Ward. I made that mistake so many times, but like now I get to I've lived here a while. Like I get to be the one who calls people out on it.
yeah, and you're probably excited to do so.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what are we doing? It's probably mid-afternoon.
Oh, then I'd probably spend the afternoon just doing. Well, it's mid-afternoon.
Probably like 3 o'clock.
Can I look around? Does anyone have any business down by the castle ward? I need to make a quick trip down there.
I mean, we could go get the new deed with Sienethus' name on it. Well, I don't know if we need Demea for that, or she could just be there.
You would need Demea.
How incredibly inconvenient.
Yeah.
I can wait.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any necessarily business in the castle ward, but I also didn't really have any other plans for today. It's been kind of late, you know. At
Oh,
work,
I
so.
haven't showed you guys the secret basement room.
Oh yes, I did want to check that out for myself.
There's also this weird ass carving behind a staircase, with a face and a hand missing.
Oh, yeah, he shows you all the fresco as you go down to the cellar.
I take a close look at the fresco. Anything pop out to me about it?
It's a taco.
Nothing that he didn't already discover.
Fair enough.
2 missing pieces.
So I go and look at the kind of meeting room and investigate what's there. If there's anything that like,
Yep.
anything jump out at me or
Nothing that I didn't already point out to him.
okay.
This is like the anti-dragons planning room from Skyrim.
I don't remember that
I
one.
never played Skyrim.
Did you guys actually play up to that point?
No, I don't remember where you're talking about. Like I didn't play the DLCs for it. Okay. Well, if there's
This is our
nothing,
Avengers Tower.
There we go.
nothing of note here. I guess we can go to
It's
the
Castle Grayskull.
Castle Grayskull. Yes. Where were we going in the castle ward?
I'm heading to the foreign embassies.
I will go with you to make it quick.
I'm not staying here alone. It's a damn ghost.
Apparently, I'm bringing everyone to the Cormyrean embassy.
as you all walk out into the alleyway, you see that Demea is having a snowball fight with the kids in the alley.
Oh.
Tell her I should come. I want to sign this deed.
Yeah, we could go do that real quick.
Yeah, she says she can come with you guys to do that real quick.
I want to
And-
lock the doors so the kids don't get back in.
Ah,
Okay.
cute. You think they're not going to get back in?
To make it more
Alright,
difficult for
So
them to get
you leave, you lock up Trollskull, and you all are kind of out here in the alleyway with the intention of heading to the castle ward.
With a detour to the nearest magistrate to get the deed corrected.
Yep. You guys will head to the nearest guard post where you went last time, get a new copy of that done, made, filed. And yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take our next break.